Welcome back to the Punch channel. This is the Caucasus campaign, part of Stalingrad 42. It's a game published by GMT Games and from a design by Mark Simonich. And this has been a fairly consequential turn. This is the Axis turn 5, and this is the recap of it. So, a lot of movement going on here. We have all of the Romanian units moving up to conform to the prior Soviet withdrawal to form basically offsetting offense-defense lines right here. I mean, they're just looking at each other. We had units coming down from the Kropotkin area to here and some armor here, and actually this unit came down as well. Further moves here. Let's see. I think this was a reinforcement from last turn that was coming up from this from the north, and you can see these movement arrows conform to the movements with extended moves of this motorized Slovakian division here, looking to perhaps get around and get into the open area over here and maneuver freely. A lot of arrows going on over here, so let me unpack this. So first I took an armor replacement here and left them in place, bringing that unit back up to, hold on, come on tweezers. There we go, full strength. I took this unit and moved it over here. These units had originally come from the Kropotkin area and wound up over in these two hexes. So we have these three hexes occupied. This unit had come from, I think, had just done a tactical move within the zone of control to go here and brought over a stack of units that was available to make it into this area. So wound up doing an attack into Armavir at 5-1. The NKVD garrison, of course, was doubled in the city, but I had brought almost 40 points of combat factors in the attack, so that was my base 3-1, 4-1 air, 5-1 with the 17th Army ASU, which I had resupplied in the initial phase. So easy come, easy go. 5-1, rolled a 6, thank you very much, and got a defender shattered, no determined defense possible. Now that's interesting. Yeah, I'm assuming here that if you are defender shattered, right? Defender shattered, no determined defense possible. I assume that also includes desperate defense. They took a hit in the first place. Right, they took a step loss in the first place from the initial defender shattered, and there was one hex they could move to, but it was covered by zones of control and also by a, what do you call it? It was also covered by a Zachbond. Now, could they do a desperate defense? Well, I think they could, but don't you have to pay for a desperate defense up front? Let's see. Maybe. See, this is a bit of a logic gap here in terms of what you can do if somebody... Players conducting a determined defense can declare it a desperate defense if all units in the defending stack. But I'm not conducting a determined defense because the CRT result for a DS says that I cannot. Therefore, the guy's dead. That's the best. I have to interpret the rules here because this is an edge case, but basically had to conduct the withdrawal through a zone of control, eliminated the unit. Since no determined defense is possible, therefore no desperate defense is possible either. Now, one more thing. Yeah, I could be wrong there. I don't think I am. but players conducting a determined defense can declare it a desperate defense. So one must have a determined defense first, and a DS does not allow that. So gone dead. All right. So the remaining arrows, so here was an initial positioning for the 3rd Panzer Division. All the rest of the arrows are advance after combat. These are just normal advance after combats. I did not constitute a breakthrough group, but we got 4 hexes for these units that came from here. Very useful. Brought the 3rd Panzer back, so run over there, do the attack, run back, no problems. And then the infantry from here came over in the direction of Voroshilovsk, and with 1 unit here. So my thinking on this is generally that I'm going to have these units available to push in this direction, at least for now. I have I have the 1 armored unit. That's a bit iffy, and I've got a couple of mountain units. That's good. And I may wind up bringing another Panzer unit or some more armor back, because I really could use an elite armor unit. You know, that's a thought. I'm thinking out loud here, but I hadn't thought this through when I did the attack. And I had I had this elite armor unit. He's only 1 step to the good. So from here, I can get myself 4 hexes in the other direction. And there's something to be said for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll move him out the other direction. So yeah, one of the advantages of solo play, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that gives these guys some much needed punch over here that I'll always be able to get that elite. And I think that's going to be useful. This is primarily going to be infantry over here. My intentions are that I will simply use the Romanians as line of communication troops. I can use them as filler in a city fight, though they are not particularly strong in that respect. But I think the bulk of the attacking will come from this cluster of German forces. And so, yeah, I think that'll be a useful thing. Now, this is interesting over here. I'm looking at this road network now, and I'm thinking, how do I take my cop? Do I have to attack it? He's got a 10. He'll likely get reinforced up to a 14 before I can do much about it. Yeah, is what it is. Because I need to interdict this. The only pass that I've got through in this entire sector, I can come through to Berta over here. Hopefully, is that visible? My gosh, that's not visible. Hold on, let's get that visible. Nope, not quite yet. Bear with me. Yeah, barely visible. So I've got a mountain pass through here that I can use for reinforcing. So I need to park a unit in here just as a blocker. Probably a mountain unit would be the way to go. Also, I need to go over and take Mount Elbrus. I need to block this pass as well. And everything else can be handled more or less conventionally, at least as far as Novorossiysk is concerned. So, okay, that's fine. That'll bottle up these units. In the meantime, I think I've got a plan here. So I've got the group moving in this direction, the group moving in that direction. I've diluted my forces a little bit, but I think that this can work reasonably well. And if I can get some units down around my cop, then the question becomes, what have we got for isolation? And if I can surround this guy, 1, 2, 3, basically. I'm going to have to look at the rules for isolation because I think it's 2 hexes. But if I've got the road here, if I own everything over here, and I'm covering him on this direction. If I'm covering my cop here and here, I might need 4 units to do it because I think it is 2 hexes. But if I've got the road, he's got no way to trace over to the road. Something like that. So I'm thinking that instead of actually directly attacking some of these cities, I may try for isolation effects and let them die on the vine. I don't really have the troops for it, though. So we'll just continue with what we've got. Okay, next up is the Soviet segment, and that'll be that. Okay, talking about the Soviet portion of this turn now. This is turn 5. I think the white movement arrows are fairly indicative of what I'm doing here. So I took a replacement on the 30th Irkutsk, something like that. I remember the name from Risk, of all things. Anyway, I took a replacement on them. I moved up the armor to provide some cover against anti-armor attacks, and I moved this division back into the marsh for better defense. Moving up, I've got this brigade now with minor rivers in effect, and you can see the conveyor belt of 1-2 units in the pipeline. Over here off towards Grozny, you can see as well that we've got quite the pipeline going. I think I need one more, something like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, he came that way. There we go. So again, a pipeline over here, starting to get a lot more of a coherent, the beginnings of coherence, I should say, in terms of a defensive line. And we'll see if the Germans can preempt some of this and break past this. Effectively, it's a blocking position at Voroshilovsk. It's going to be a while until I have enough force to really matter, but I will get 3 more. I'll get 2 divisions and a brigade for the Soviets next turn. So they've completed their movement. There is no combat. Recovery, I may as well do that while I'm here. And 2 dice, white high. Nope, they still remain in the same state, these 2 units, since they are in contact. That really is it, and cleanup. So nobody's really got a problem in terms of supply at this point. As the Axis player, I'm hoping to cause some problems of that nature. I will point out I put the supply point to ready, co-located with the Black Sea ASU and Black Sea Front, I suppose. And I started the creation of a fort here with this turn's resource point at a fairly decent location. So is that where I want it to be? That's a pretty good location. So I'm hoping to hold out in this area as we get pushed back. All right. So that's what's happening here with the Soviets. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe, and I will see you down the road.